Welcome back to Charlie Talks Global, where today we're diving into the vibrant cultures that make our world so fascinating.
What's up, culture hunters? Charlie here. Welcome to Charlie Talks Global. And today we're diving into one of the most epic art heists in history. And I'm not talking about some smooth criminal in a tuxedo rappelling through laser beams. No, this story involves Germans, shovels, and what might be the most beautiful face that ever caused an international incident. We're talking about Queen Nefertiti, the woman so gorgeous. She's been starting fights for over 3,000 years. But here's the plot twist. The most famous sculpture of her isn't in Egypt where it belongs. It's chilling in Berlin, and boy, does Egypt want it back. First, let's meet our leading lady. Queen Nefertiti ruled Egypt around 1350 BCE alongside her husband, Pharaoh Akhenaten. And when I say she was influential, I mean this woman basically invented the concept of power couple. About 3,000 years before Beyonce and Jay-Z, her name literally means the beautiful one has arrived. Talk about confidence. That's like naming your kid the awesome one shows up. I mean, imagine the pressure. Nefertiti wasn't just a pretty face sitting on a throne eating grapes. She was co-ruler of Egypt during one of the most revolutionary periods in ancient history. They literally changed the entire religion of Egypt. That's like convincing everyone to suddenly switch from pizza to, I don't know, kale salad. But then, like many ancient celebrities, Nefertiti mysteriously disappeared from history. No Instagram posts, no farewell tour. Just gone. Flash forward to 1912, and meet Ludwig Borchardt, a German archaeologist with a very impressive mustache, and an even more impressive talent for finding things that didn't belong to him. Borchardt was digging around in Amarna, Egypt, probably thinking he'd find some pottery shards and maybe a nice tan. Instead, he uncovered what would become the most controversial piece of limestone in human history. Picture this. December 6th, 1912. Borchardt's team is digging through the ruins of an ancient sculptor's workshop, basically the Photoshop studio of ancient Egypt, when boom, they uncovered this absolutely stunning bust of Nefertiti. And I mean stunning. We're talking about a sculpture so lifelike. It makes modern CGI look like stick figures, perfect symmetry, that iconic blue crown, and here's the creepy part. One missing eye that somehow makes her even more mesmerizing. Borchardt took one look at this masterpiece and probably thought, well, this is definitely going straight to Berlin. Now, here's where our story turns into the world's most cultured heist movie. Back in 1912, there was this thing called partage. Basically a fancy French word for finders keepers between European archaeologists and local governments. Egypt and Germany had an agreement. Whatever you find, we split 50-50. Like archaeological divorce proceedings, so the Egyptian antiquities official, Gustave Lefebvre, comes to inspect the finds. Borchardt shows him the Nefertiti bust. But here's the sneaky part. He presented it in terrible lighting, covered in dirt, making it look like, and I quote from his notes, a worthless piece of stone. It's like selling someone a Lamborghini by showing it to them in a dark garage covered in mud. Lefebvre took one look and basically said, meh, Germany can have the ugly rocks. Little did he know, he just let Germany walk away with what would become their most prized museum piece. That's what I call the ultimate oops moment in archaeological history. Once Nefertiti arrived in Berlin, she became an instant sensation. We're talking about the Kim Kardashian of ancient art. Everyone wanted to see her, photograph her, be her. The bust became the star of the Egyptian Museum in Berlin. During World War II, they literally built a bunker to protect her. That's right, while bombs were falling, Germany was like, forget everything else. Save the pretty Egyptian lady, even today. She's Berlin's most popular tourist attraction after the Brandenburg Gate. She's got her own room, her own security team, and probably better health care than most people. But here's where the story gets really interesting. Ever since the 1930s, Egypt has been basically sliding into Germany's DMS, saying, "Hey, can we get our queen back?" And Germany's response, "New phone. Who dis?" It's like lending your favorite book to a friend. And then they move to another country and pretend they don't know you. Egypt has tried everything: diplomatic requests, legal arguments, emotional appeals, probably even sending strongly worded hieroglyphic letters. The Germans keep saying things like, "But she's been here so long. She's practically German now." That's like me stealing your car and then claiming it's mine because I've been driving it for a while. Here's a mind-blowing fact: Nefertiti generates millions of euros for Berlin's tourism industry every year. She's basically a 400-year-old influencer with the ultimate brand deal. But this isn't just about one beautiful sculpture. This is about something much bigger. This story represents the entire colonial-era mindset of, "Oh, you have something nice. That's ours now." Nefertiti is just one of thousands of artifacts sitting in European museums that rightfully belong elsewhere. The British Museum alone has more Greek stuff than Greece. It's like the world's most cultured kidnapping spree. The question is, in our modern world, shouldn't cultural treasures be returned to their homeland? Or do museums in major cities serve a greater good by making these artifacts accessible to millions? It's complicated, controversial, and there's no easy answer. But one thing's for sure: Nefertiti didn't ask to become the poster child for this debate. So there you have it, the incredible, scandalous, and ongoing saga of history's most beautiful international incident: Queen Nefertiti, ancient Egyptian royalty, modern German tourist magnet, an eternal symbol of the complicated relationship between cultural heritage and colonial history. She's been dead for over 3,000 years, and she's still causing drama. Will she ever return to Egypt? Will Germany finally give in? Will this centuries-old custody battle ever end? Only time will tell. But honestly, I think Nefertiti is probably enjoying all the attention. After all, she was born to be famous. What do you think? Should cultural artifacts be returned to their countries of origin? Or do international museums serve an important purpose? Let me know in the comments, but please keep it civilized. We don't need another international incident. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories about history's greatest controversies and cultural mysteries. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember, sometimes the most beautiful things come with the messiest histories.